Hello friends, welcome back. I am sitting outside rocking in my rocking chair on my front porch and it is 60 degrees. And I'm excited that it's 60 degrees because it feels like spring is on its way. So I'm not a fan of winter in the dark days and the cold days. So if you watched my most recent vlog, I talked a lot about my mental health when it comes to winter and just how I've been feeling. So you'll know that the sunshine and the warmer weather is really making my heart happy. So it is afternoon. It's 3:15 and I've had an hour and a half of sleep overnight. So insomnia hit me last night pretty hard, if you can't tell. I actually did not go to sleep until like 11 o'clock this morning. And then I slept for like an hour and a half. The kids were up, just kind of doing their own thing. And I was finally feeling like, basically my body was shutting down at that point. And so I was like, I have no choice. I need to probably go sleep for a little bit. But I'm still full of the yawns. Sorry. But I forced myself to be productive because I was like, well, if I get up and moving, maybe I'll sleep better tonight. We'll see. We have been cleaning the house because I mentioned in my vlog the other day, Alice and I are hosting a lemongrass spa party tomorrow. It's a direct sales company that my friend Kaylin is a part of. And I'm super excited because she's catering it to tweens and teens and how to have like just proper like hygiene and skincare and how to take care of your hair and your nails and like an introduction to just like some very natural looking makeup. Because obviously girls are wanting to experiment with makeup at this age. Alice has been, I've been letting her play with makeup for a while. I don't typically let her leave the house with much on, maybe a little bit of like lip gloss and eyeshadow. She will be 11 in May, so, but she loves playing with it. You know, she's a very creative child, she always has been, and that trickles down into her, like what she wears and how she, you know, how she dresses, how she does her hair and her makeup and stuff. So I like letting her express herself in that way. So especially where we're homeschooled, you know, she has more freedom of expression without breaking any sort of like school policies and dress code and stuff like that. So anyway, went off on a tangent there, but very excited for the party. And so we've got some treats and snacks and stuff that we'll have out, and we've got about 5 or 6 moms and daughters coming to join us, and she'll do her, Kaylin will do her little party and show them the products and stuff. And what I really like is that she's going to talk about how the Bible talks about how we should and should not like perceive ourselves and like portray ourselves with modesty, and just what it says about beauty. So I thought that was a nice touch. So looking forward to that. So anyway, all that to say, we've been cleaning because where I've not been feeling well the last few months, there's not been a whole lot of like, we're not messy, I clean, but there's not been a whole lot of like deep cleaning. So Alice is mopping the floors for me. Jackson helped me get some stuff done around the house. Alice deep cleaned her bedroom last night. I helped her with that. And she packed away all of her baby dolls and her baby doll stuff, which is super bittersweet. So she has always loved baby dolls. I mean, she still does. But she went through a phase the last few years where she was really into reborn dolls. And she spent her own money on multiple reborn dolls. And she packed them all away last night. So this morning there was a large pile of stuff that needed to go downstairs to the basement to storage. So Jackson helped her take that all down to put it into storage. And her room looks really great. She is, again, the creative side of her. Usually her room is a disaster. And I try to just let it be because that's her space. And, you know, she knows where her things are and where she's more creative brained. She doesn't see it as a mess. It's like her stuff and she loves her stuff. So, but we went through and deep cleaned last night, and she's like in a phase right now. She's like, I think I'm gonna wash my bedding, and I'm gonna, she wants to set up some like, I don't know, she's doing her own thing. But I'm just glad that she was willing to let me help clean because it needed it. This rocking chair is squeaking a little bit. My hair is like matching the brick bag. You can see my natural red tones coming out when I'm out in the sunlight. So that's what's been going on around here. Will's at work. I think he has a meeting at the plant, and then he has to go get gas, and then he should be home. And then tomorrow is his Friday, so he has Fridays and Saturdays off, so tomorrow's Thursday, obviously. Well, not obviously to you, because I don't think I told you that it was Wednesday. But we're looking forward to his time off. His shoulder's been really bothering him. It's been bothering him on and off for years, and he was doing some physical therapy type exercises at home, and it really helped. And then he kind of got out of them, and he texted me this morning after he had gone to work, and I had actually just fallen asleep. So I did sleep for about 15 or 20 minutes around 5 o'clock this morning, because I was awake when he went to work, and it was like 5:37, and I got a text. And even though I silence all my notifications at night, I do have it set to where his come through, because he works odd hours, and like the kids' messages and calls always come through whether I'm silenced or not. So anyway, the text message came through, and I had just fallen asleep, and so it startled me first of all, so I had that adrenaline jump from that. And always you're like, why is somebody calling or texting me at this time in the morning? It can't be good news. And all I saw was the word doctor, like in my haze of looking at my watch. And he had said something about, I think I need to go to the doctor for my shoulder. Well, I was like, so I texted him back, I'm like, you mean right now? Like, what's going on? So I was worried, obviously. He's like, no. I was like, oh, like you startled me. I had just fallen asleep, and so you texted me about the doctor, and I was thinking something like bad had happened. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you might have still been awake. And I was like, no, it's okay though. But at that point, the adrenaline was rushing through my system, and I was like, probably not gonna be able to fall back asleep anytime soon. So we had texted back and forth for a little bit, and then I tried falling back asleep, and I laid there until like, I don't know, 8:30 or something like that. And by 9, I was like, I'm just giving up. So Alice had actually been sleeping in the room with me, because she came in to cuddle last night after he had went to work. And so I left her in the bedroom and came out to the living room and just put some TV on and did some stuff on the computer. But that was, yeah. Anyway, his shoulder is bothering him. So I think he had mentioned wanting to get back into like the exercises at home. And one of them he just uses an exercise band, and he hooks it on the doorknob. And so the shoulder that's hurting, whatever it's doing, he will grab the exercise band here and like pull across and then go back. And that seems to really help. So he's gonna start doing that again. But I think the exercise band that he uses broke, he said. So we have to look and see if we have, I know we have other ones, but I don't know what like weight or stretch I don't know how, like he had a blue band, and so the other ones we have are different. So I don't know, so we'll figure that out. But could use some prayers for his shoulder, because he's really worried that eventually he might need surgery. Like we don't know what's wrong. He went to the doctor once and got it checked out, I think. I don't remember if that's what he went for now that that might have been for something else. I don't know. He's worried though that it'll put him out of work, and I'm like, well, if you keep like, if it's injured and you keep exacerbating that injury, that's going to put you out of work. So could just use some prayers. I mean, he's still able to work through it and stuff, and it's just certain movements that it feels worse or bad, or that he notices it. So that's what's going on there. What else is going on? We don't have any plans tonight. I was going to do hamburgers for dinner. I should have planned to have him grill since it's so nice this week, but I think our propane tank is empty for our Blackstone. So we should probably get that refilled. But I have frozen burger patties in the freezer from Walmart, and it says to cook them from frozen. I don't think I've ever had, I don't know that I've ever had frozen patties and cooked them from frozen. I guess we'll find out, but I don't know if I'm doing that tonight. I think I'll probably just do some quick fish fillets. I've got like the breaded fish that I might just throw in the oven and do some like a salad on the side, because that just sounds easier. I did make some chicken salad yesterday. We had shredded chicken in the fridge, and I added some Duke's mayo, some poppy seed dressing, and 2 ambrosia apples to it. It was really good. And we had that in wraps last night with lettuce and like a spring mix, like spinach and stuff. So we do have to finish that up too. So I think we'll just probably, I don't know, we'll probably finish that, and then if I need to make fish to go along with it, I can make that too. I don't know. We're winging it around here, y'all. We're winging it. And I'm just enjoying some downtime right now. Alice was eating a late lunch, and then she's gonna finish mopping. I don't know if she got back to it or not. I'm gonna probably go check on her. So she just finished her food, so she's gonna finish mopping. She's done the, are you gonna go do the bathroom again? It's dry now. I would probably go do it one more time. So we've got the entryway done, and she did the living room. So many people ask about this, so I'm gonna talk about this really quick because I've had multiple people ask. It's the O-seater, she's wringing out the mop. Did you wring it out well? Because if it's dripping, it's gonna get in between like the floor tiles and stuff. This is a Dyna-Glow natural gas heater. It is attached to the wall. The natural gas line comes in from outside the house, and it's amazing because natural gas is a whole lot cheaper than electric heat, and the rest of the house runs on electric. So the previous owners had that installed because the lady that had lived here, she was elderly and she lived by herself, and towards the end, before she passed away, she was basically living in the dining room area. Like, this was her bedroom, and then she had the kitchen and like a bathroom right there. So we think they probably installed this as the main heat source and kind of blocked off the rest of the house so that they weren't heating the whole house, and they were just using this to heat because this is a whole lot cheaper, where she was only using the 2 rooms. But when we had the really bad cold snap recently, we used this daily to help combat how much our forced air like heat system was working, because it was working, or it could hardly keep up. Like, we had it, the thermostat set at 68, and it was I don't think it shut off for like 2 weeks straight. So our electric bill is like, whoo, sky high right now. The last 2 months have been pretty high, and I'm kind of scared to see what the next one will be. But after that, we should be back into normal ranges, I hope. So yeah, that's what that is. That is a wall-mounted natural gas heater. All right, oops, there's an exercising man in the background with only no shirt on. We are making cookies for tomorrow's party. It's these Dunkaroo cookies, which are delicious. Horrible for you, but delicious. We've got some fish in the oven. What's up, sister? Look how tall she's getting. You're getting old. You're getting old. I mean, we started vlogging when you were like 3.
I was at 3.
And you're almost 11. Cookies are being made. I'm folding a load of towels that need to be put away momentarily. Jackson just unloaded the dishwasher. What do you have? Don't play with her clay because that's expensive, number one. It's not like regular clay. Huh?
It's not even in my hand.
It is. I can see it.
It is.
Yes, it is. Why don't you take care of that stuff, Alice? That way there's not a scalpel. Not a scalpel. What is that? An X-Acto knife. Scalpel. Whatever.
Same thing.
Same thing. She has polymer clay that she was making earrings out of, but she needs to take care of. The rest of your clay is down here. Oof. I was gonna say something else though. I don't remember what it was. Folding towels, making cookies, getting some dinner in the oven, trying to find great lighting, which is not by the dining room table. That's where we're at. So I just pulled the fish out. We had 3 of these Great Value, just like whatever these little fish things are. And then 4 pieces of the everything breaded, I think it's cod or tilapia, one of the 2 from Costco. And I put some cheese on because I'm actually gonna make fish sandwiches out of it. I remembered I just pulled some hamburger buns out of the freezer because I was gonna do burgers. And this will make these go long, like further. Because otherwise, like, Will and I could each eat 2, I could at least eat 2 pieces of fish. Will could eat more. Jack likes 2 or so. So these would be gone a lot quicker. So I'm gonna do fish sandwiches with them. We've got tartar sauce and lettuce, so we'll do that. I just put the cookies in, so those are going. And then we actually did 2 packs of them. So we've got a little bit more dough left that can be portioned out once the first 2 trays come out. Jack and I came out and picked up some sticks out here in the backyard. We have a big yard, it's just very empty. We have a fire pit way out here. And then I cleaned up the back porch a little bit in case anyone wants to hang out here tomorrow after the lemongrass spa party. We got plenty of seating. We have all these chairs. And then 2 more, Jack's using 2 of these right here to He's sitting on one and using the other one to prop his gun on. And then we had this at the townhouse. We had it out back on our back porch for storage. And right now we've got like camp chairs in here and like some potting soil and birdseed. And then this table clearly needs to be cleaned off, but it's a glass top table and it came with the set of this chair. Okay, so you got a table, 2 of these chairs, and a love seat chair. And the nice thing is, Will got them for free for, ouch, a contest through work. Like he earned safety points and then got to redeem it for this, what's it called? Like outdoor furniture. Thing is, they sent him one and some of the items were defective. Like one of the love seats and one of the chairs in the first box were defective. The holes were drilled too big for the screws, so we couldn't put it together. So instead of just sending us replacement pieces, they sent us a whole new second set. So technically we've got 2 full sets, and he's still gonna try and get the love seat and chair to like work. We just need to get bigger screws, or bolts, sorry. We just haven't gotten them yet. So out on the front porch, we also have one of these tables between our 2 rocking chairs that friends gifted us as a housewarming gift when we moved in. So it's nice because it gives us lots of extra seating, and we can put the other chairs and stuff out front if we wanted to. Because both our front porch and our back screened-in porch are both rather large. I know I've showed them before, but in case you're new around here, Will's, again, trying not to get Will with no shirt off, just for... So this porch, the back screen-in porch, it does need to be re-screened, and like, we probably need to strip and clean all up, not probably, we do. But it wasn't like something that we did right when we moved in or anything. So lots of space out here, and we hung some, these are actually just white Christmas lights, and they're on a smart switch down here, a smart plug. So we're able to either put them on a timer if we want to, or what we currently do is just have them voice activated, like we can just tell our Echo or our HomePod Mini to turn on the porch lights. Oh, tripping over slippers. So that's the back porch. And then the front porch was one of the things I fell in love with when we saw this house for the first time. So out here, which is where I was sitting earlier, is pretty large as well. So it's a large covered, so again, it just needs some like fresh paint and stuff, but lovely area to sit. And it's nice because I can sit out here even when it's raining. But here's that other table I was telling you about. So then we can bring the other love seat, once he gets it fixed, out here if we wanted, and the other 2 chairs if we wanted. Plenty of seating to sit and watch, and we've got the bird feeder right here out front. And then when these 2 big trees are in bloom, they're very pretty. And Alice likes to climb this one right here. Currently listening to Divine Rivals, and I'm 61% of the way through it. And I'm not loving it as much as other people seem to love it. I don't know. I'm gonna finish it, but it's not been up to my expectations based off of what other people have said about it. All right, y'all, it is about 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna close this out and get it edited and uploaded for tomorrow probably. So this will be my 3rd video this week. Yay, motivation. Yay, sunshine. Yay, positive mental health.
Getting your morning sunlight in?
I got my afternoon sunlight in. I told them that
Happy equation.
Well, listen. We're gonna watch some old episodes from 2017 of Face Off.
Why did you say Monster High?
Monster High, because they probably have to do, like,
Say
each
what?
episode is themed. Monster High, she said. Where does it say Monster High?
Oh, the 3rd one over.
Oh.
They probably got somebody who works on that show
Right.
to come in as a artist for it.
So Alice, quickly, why are we watching these shows? What did we talk about yesterday?
Getting like scare actors and stuff and like special effect makeup.
Yeah, so she was talking about, so at AHG this week, they're learning about, they're doing the math badge, which she's oh so thrilled about. And so I asked her what they had talked about this week, and she said they were talking about careers that use math, right? And so that led into me asking her what she wanted to do when she grows up. And she gave me a few different answers, and they were what? Speak loud and clear, because I don't know if the camera's going to pick you up over there.
Zookeeper, work at a roller rink, or a scare actor.
Yes. So she went to Kings Island in Ohio over the summer with her friend Ellie. And it wasn't over the summer, it was in fall because it was Halloween. Scare actors were out. And she said it was really cool and that she would like to do that. And I said, well, that'd be kind of cool, but also doing what for scare actors or for scary stuff?
Special effects makeup.
Yeah. So Will and I used to watch this show, this Face-Off show, when it was like on TV. And so we're gonna show her some of the episodes. I think she would like it. And it's like I told her it's like the cooking shows where it's a competition. I guess I don't have to focus on you eating. I can turn this around and, competition doing special effects makeup. So we're gonna watch an episode of that. And then Will's probably gonna head to bed shortly, I would assume. He just took a muscle relaxer for his shoulder. He did some shoulder exercises a little bit.
I still need to hang for a little bit today.
Do those bands, are those ones gonna work for you, do you think? Or do we need to get
I mean,
a therapy band? Because those are exercise bands, not therapy bands per se, and I think they're different.
we'll check and see what the prices are, but I mean, I can make those ones work if we need to.
Okay. So, his shoulder's bothering him though, still.
Did you come watch this with us?
Yeah, go tell him to come out here. So we're gonna watch an episode of this as a family, wind down the night, and then we'll probably all go off and do our own things. The kids have to feed Ozzy, the gecko, at 7:30 and get their chores done. And then, yeah, that'll be our evening. So thanks for coming along. Drop a comment, share some love. Until next time, we will see you later. Bye.